Welcome back to another video. Before we get started, sharing like the video to families and friends. Somebody will need it. Now, this video we're going to talk about 50 is not young. Okay, where I'm going with this one. Now, I hear so many people say, oh, 50, oh, that is so young. Oh, 42, they died at 42, that is so very young. Oh, 60, that is young. Oh, 70, that is so young. Seriously, I hear this so much. These are people that just so into the world. So into the world. The Bible says, friends with the world is enmity with God. You're friends with the world, like seriously. People. It's 50 is very young. It's 42 or 35 is very young. What do you call people? What you call the people that die at 6 years old, 10 years old, 15 years old, 18 years old, 21 years old? What do you call those people? Very, 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 very young? Like, seriously. When you 50, you are not very young. You done lived half of your life. You saying that they very young, like our lifespan is 200 years old or 300 years old. Then that would be very young. But that person lived half of their life, they're probably going to die in the next 20 years. I don't know the average of people die, maybe in their 70s or 80s the most. You catch somebody that's 95, 98, or even hitting 100. Very rare you run into people that live to 90 years old, or 80 years old, especially in this generation. These guys are dying 25 years old, 23 years old. So what do you call those people that die that young? That I would consider somebody dying at 13 or 14, the range between an infant to maybe 25, I would say that's very young. So if somebody would have doubted, like, Dad, they died really young. They was only 17. They was only 22. You know, their life haven't even just got started yet. That would be very young. Not when you freaking 40 and 50 and 55 and they be like, oh, your mom died. She was very young. That's really young. That's really young. Like we lived to 175 years old. Like we guaranteed. Like we don't start aging until we hit 90. That's when we start getting old. The people start getting wrinkles and stuff in they probably their 50s. Sometimes in their 40s, depending on how they eating or what they drinking or smoking or whatever. But your face start to crumble up. A lot of 60-year-old look like 60. Start to look like 50 and feel like 50. Like you starting to feel like you 40. You feel different than when you was 21 and 25. So I can't stand when people say that stupid nonsense that when people die at an age like that. Oh, they super young. They super young. Like they 15 or something. No, they not super. You lived half of your life. You're probably going to live only 10, 20 more years. You're not going to live another 200 or 100 more years. You don't know when you're going to die. You haven't even lived half of your life of 100. Because a lot of people die in their 70s and 80s. You haven't even hit 100 yet. So that's not even half. That's more than half, actually. That's more than half of your life gone when you hit 50. Now, if you died at 100 years old or 101, then you could be like, oh, you lived half of your life. And you died. And people will live to that certain type of number. But people don't. People rarely do. That's something that bothers me because I'm like, that don't even make sense. That person is not that young. If I was 40, I'd be getting scared like, oh, I'm 40 now, you know. Ain't like I'm guaranteed to live 200 years old. Otherwise, when I'm 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 years old, I won't care. You know what I'm saying? So I got 150 more years to go, but your life is not guaranteed. Just because our lifespan may live to 200 or 150 years old, don't mean you gonna make it there. Period. That's why people need to stop taking life for granted and promoting all this negativity and this violence and getting people killed at a young age. But I just wanted to make a video about that I get sick and tired of people saying that, because that's not young at all. I just want to know, let me know in the comments below, what do you call people that die 18 and lower? If 50 and 40 is very, very young. Oh, so young. So what do you call them people that's that? You just add 5 more varies on there? Or 6 more longs on there? But that's all really I gotta say about that. Share and like the video with their families and friends. Somebody will need it.